it's incredibly intensive work because if you wrote something, first you have to sit down, bang out the script, then you've got, if it's a pre-tape or a live piece, you've got to cast it. You have to go over all the wardrobe. You've got, we have great people who run all these departments for the most part. And you've got to go over, but you've got to still okay everything.
It comes from the Saturday Night Live model. When I got started in the business, I went out to Los Angeles in '85 when I just was, I think 21, and I just was getting started. And my first jobs, I was always put in a room, with fluorescent lighting and acoustical tile, and I had a typewriter. And this is before people were using computers, and I would just sit there and type out my ideas. At the end of the week, hand them all in, and then maybe see them on TV later on, or maybe not. And it's very cut off from the process, and it's kind of the classic kind of Barton Fink writer in Hollywood situation. And then I came to New York to work on Saturday Night Live, and Lorne Michaels, I was shocked, but he, you'd say, okay, here's my idea. I have an idea for the first sketch I wrote for Saturday Night Live was a professor who's afraid of his lab skeleton, and it was this thing that I used to do for my friends. But it was this idea that he basically is just like, and he's like a serious college professor, and I think John Lithgow did it, and he was just like, the parietal bone, of course, is located in the third part of their. Oh Jesus! Oh God! Oh God! And then he'd recover and start lecturing again and point again and get just as scared the second time. And then he goes to the dean of students who says, try a smaller skeleton. And he tries a smaller one and he gets startled. And then he dresses the skeleton up. Anyway, really silly idea. But I was responsible. They were like, yeah, you're going to cast it. You're going to tell us who's playing who. You're also going to, you have to go and look at the wardrobe. You have to make sure that the skeleton's the right size. You go and talk to the set people. Best education that you can possibly have, because when you put a writer in charge of their idea, who's going to fight harder for getting their idea perfect than the writer?